चलिए चालू हो गया।
Good morning, students. In our last lecture of number systems, we have learned about addition of fractions. In this lecture, we will learn about multiplication of fractions. So, let's come to the multiplication of fractions. First one is multiplication of a fraction and an integer. Let us consider multiplying a proper fraction with a whole number. Let us consider the case of multiplying a proper fraction with a whole number. See, here we have three examples. So 2 is our whole number and half is a fraction, and it is a proper fraction. Why? Because numerator is less than denominator.
हाँ सी सर, थोड़ा आप पीछे रखिए मेरे।
आपका आवाज आ गया। So this 2 will multiply to numerator of the fraction, and then 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Finally, we will get 1. See the next example. Again, we are multiplying a whole number 6 with a proper fraction 1 by 3. Again, this 6 will multiply to numerator of the fraction, and after simplification, we will get 2. See, in third example, we are multiplying whole number 12 with proper fraction 3 by 5. Again, this whole number will multiply to numerator of the fraction, and after simplification, we will get 36 by 5. Now, there is no common factor between numerator and denominator, so we can leave it as it is, or we can write in mixed fraction form. See, this is improper fraction. Why? Because numerator is greater than denominator. So this is improper fraction, and this is its mixed fraction form. Integer followed by a proper fraction. Now let us consider multiplying an improper fraction and a whole number. Let us see few examples based upon this, where we multiply an improper fraction and a whole number. Now here see, we are multiplying whole number 5 with improper fraction 8 by 3. Now 8 by 3 is an improper fraction. Why? See, the numerator is greater than denominator. So this whole number will multiply to numerator, denominator remain as it is, as in earlier example, as in case of proper multiplication of proper fraction and the whole number. Now 5 8 are 40 divided by 3, and this is the improper fraction, or you can write it as mixed fraction. Second example, see, we are multiplying whole number 3 with improper fraction 5 by 4. So this whole number 3 will multiply to numerator, denominator will remain as it is. After simplification, we will get 15 by 4. This is improper fraction, and its mixed fraction form is integer 3 followed by proper fraction 3 by 4. What does we observe? We observe that when an improper fraction or a proper fraction is multiplied with a whole number, the numerator of the fraction is multiplied with the whole number, and the denominator remains as it is. I repeat, we observe that when an improper fraction or a proper fraction is multiplied with a whole number, the numerator of the fraction is multiplied with the whole number, and the denominator remains as it is. Let's move ahead. Now come to the multiplication of a mixed fraction with a whole number. Again, we will learn this through illustration of examples. First example we have. See, in first example we are multiplying whole number 9 with mixed fraction integer 5 followed by proper fraction 2 by 3. Now in next step, see, the mixed fraction has been converted into improper fraction. Now as earlier example we follow the same. Now this whole number will multiply to numerator of the fraction, and after simplification we will get 51, because 3 3 is 9. Now similarly second example we are multiplying whole number 3 with mixed fraction integer 2 followed by proper fraction 5 by 12. Now again convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. And as in earlier example, we learned this whole number will multiply to numerator of the fraction. Now if there is any common factor, it will get cancelled. Finally, we will get 29 by 4, which again can be written as mixed fraction form integer 7 followed by 1 by 4. When we divide 29 by 4, quotient is 7, remainder is 1, divisor is 4. So we can convert the mixed fraction to an improper fraction, then multiply as shown in the earlier example. This is our observation. While multiplying a mixed fraction with whole number, we convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction and then we multiply as we did earlier example. Now one important remark, multiplication is also used as an operator of. So whenever there is operator of is there, it means multiplication should be used. For example, 1/3 of 60, it means 1/3 of 60, that is, now this of will get replaced with multiplication. So 1/3 into 60, that is 20. Similarly, 1/4 of 20. Now 1/4 is in what? In number it will be in fraction form, 1/4 of 20. Now this of will get replaced with multiplication. So 1/4 into 20 will give you 5. Then 1/5 of 80. Again 1/5 into 80. Finally we will get 60. So we must remember that multiplication is also used as an operator of. Now come to the multiplication of a fraction by a fraction. In earlier example, we saw multiplication of a fraction by a whole number, if the fraction was proper or improper. Now here we are going to learn the product of two fractions. So we have to remember the product of two fractions is equal to the product of is a quotient whose numerator is product of their numerator and denominator is product of their denominator. So the product of two fraction is again a quotient whose numerator is product of their numerator and denominator is product of their denominator. So remember this. Now let's move ahead. We also make following observations. While multiplying fractions. The product of two proper fraction is less than 1. The product of two proper fraction is less than 1. The product of two proper fractions is less than 1. For example, when we multiply half with 1/3, the result is 1/6, which is less than 1. When we multiply 2/3 with 3/4, the result is half, which is again less than 1, and both are proper fractions. Next observation is the product of two proper fractions is less than each of the two fractions. I repeat, the product of two proper fractions is less than each of the two fractions. See, 3/4 is a proper fraction, 1/2 is also a proper fraction. When we multiply, the result is 3/8, and we note that 3/8 is less than 3/4, also 3/8 is less than 1/2. Third observation is the product of two improper fractions is greater than each of the fractions. For example, 5/2 is an improper fraction because numerator is greater than denominator. 7/3 is also an improper fraction because numerator is greater than denominator. When we multiply, we get 35/6, which is again an improper fraction, and we note that 35/6 is greater than both 5/2 and 7/3. So thus the product of two improper fraction is greater than each of the fractions. Let's move ahead. Come to the next observation. The product of two improper fractions is more than 1. I repeat, the product of two improper fractions is more than 1. For example, when we multiply 3/2 and 5/4, result is 15/8, which is greater than 1. Similarly, when we multiply 5/4 and 7/6, the result is 35/24, and the result is greater than 1. So now come to the last observation. When a proper fraction and an improper fraction are multiplied, the product obtained, I repeat, when a proper fraction and an improper fraction are multiplied, the product obtained is greater than the proper fraction but less than the improper fraction. Now see, here we are multiplying proper fraction and improper fraction. So the resulting product will be greater than the proper fraction but less than the improper fraction. Let us see this through one example. Suppose we are multiplying half with 5/4. Now see, 1/2 is a proper fraction, 5/4 is a improper fraction. So when we multiply, the result is 5/8. For example, when we multiply half with 5/4, the result is 5/8. We see that half is less than 5/8 and 5/8 is less than 5/4. What does this we conclude? We conclude that when we multiply a proper fraction with an improper fraction, the result is greater than proper fraction but less than improper fraction. Similarly, see the second example. Here also we are multiplying proper fraction 2/3 with an improper fraction 7/5. The result is 14/15. And we see that 2/3 is less than 11/15 and it is less than 7/5. Let's move ahead. Now come to the division of fractions. Division of a whole number by a fraction. Let us understand this through example. We are dividing whole number 4 by half. Now see, in the next step, the half becomes multiplication and this half is replaced by reciprocal of half. Finally we get 8. Therefore we find that the division sign is replaced by a multiplication sign and the fraction a by b is replaced by the fraction b by a. So this is the rule which we have to remember while dividing a whole number by a fraction. What we have to remember? That you replace division sign by multiplication and the fraction will get replaced by its reciprocal. Let's see one more example. Suppose we are dividing whole number 6 by fraction 1/3. So in the next step, this division will get replaced with multiplication and 1/3 will get replaced with its reciprocal, that is 3/1. Finally, it will simplify to 18. One more example, let's have. We are dividing whole number 12 by a fraction 3/4. So this division will get replaced with multiplication and 3/4 will get replaced with its reciprocal. After simplification, we will get 16. Now, remember multiplicative inverse of a fraction. The multiplicative inverse of 1/2 is 2 and that of 1/3 is 3. Multiplicative inverse of a number is also known as its reciprocal. The product of a number and its reciprocal is 1. For example, when we multiply by 4 and its reciprocal 1/4, the result is 1. Now come to the, so as the multiplicative inverse of a by b is b by a and that of b by a is a by b, when the product of two non-zero numbers is 1, then each of them is the reciprocal of the other. Remember, when the product of two non-zero numbers is 1, then each of them is the reciprocal of the other. Now division of a fraction by a whole number. We multiply the fraction by the multiplicative inverse of the whole number. For example, here we are dividing fraction by the whole number. So this division will get replaced by multiplication and the whole number will get replaced by its multiplicative inverse. Finally, it will simplify to 1/6. I repeat, division of a fraction by a whole number. We multiply the fraction by the multiplicative inverse of the whole number. Let us understand this through illustration of this example. Suppose I want to multiply half. I want to divide half by 3. So this division will get replaced by multiplication and 3 will get replaced by its reciprocal, that is 1 by 3. And finally it will simplify to 1 by 6. Now come to the division of a fraction by another fraction. Division of a fraction by another fraction. We multiply the first fraction by the multiplicative inverse of the second. I repeat, we multiply the first fraction by the multiplicative inverse of the second. Let us understand this through examples. See here, in first example, we are dividing 2 by 9 fraction 2 by 9 by another fraction 3 by 4. Now as per our rule, division of a fraction by another fraction, this division will get replaced by multiplication and 3 by 4 will get replaced by its reciprocal 4 by 3. Now after simplification, when we cancel the common factors, we will get 8 by 27. Similarly, in second example, see, we are dividing fraction 5 by 6 by another fraction 7 by 9. As per our rule of division of a fraction by another fraction, this division will get replaced by multiplication and 7 by 9 will get replaced by 9 by 7. Finally, after multiplication we will get 45 by 12 and after cancelling the common factors, it will further simplify to 15 by 14. I hope you all understood. See my video again and again, you will definitely understand. For any query, please contact IRIS College for Medical and IIT staff. Thank you.